Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Exciting one today. So in the last video obviously we installed methanol injection to Charlie's Golf R that's running 530 horsepower. So today I'm just about to meet up with him and we are driving to Unicorn Motor Developments to have that mapped in. So Charlie's going to be using a 1000cc nozzle which we installed, and he's going to be running 80% methanol, 20% water. So he's going to map it in basically for power and a bit of cooling. So yeah, so it's a 530 horsepower at the moment. I reckon he's going to walk away with around about 560. But it depends what Rick wants to have the car leaving with, because obviously he's a bit cautious about getting too much power out of a stock engine. But Charlie is going to get his engine built in the future. I mean, he's got all the mods he needs now to take it up to 600 horsepower. So anyway, it's going to be an exciting video and an interesting video, so stay tuned and let's get it. So what is methanol injection and what does it do? So methanol is a chemical, also known as methyl alcohol. It's the simplest alcohol. It's a light, volatile, colourless, flammable liquid with a distinctive alcoholic odour, similar to that of ethanol. Methanol's cheap, it's highly flammable, and it also absorbs heat. So when we say methanol injection, what we're actually doing is injecting methanol just before the intake, just before the air goes into the cylinders. And what that methanol is going to do is twofold really. As you can imagine, we've got hot compressed air coming out the turbo, going into the intercooler, and just before it goes into the intake, we've got our methanol injection nozzle. That's going to atomize methanol or a methanol mix into that airstream, and with its superheat absorption properties, it's going to cool that charge temperature and also cool the cylinders as well. And as I said, it's twofold. Because methanol is highly flammable, it's also essentially going to raise the octane rating of the fuel as well. So one of the most dangerous and damaging conditions that can happen inside a cylinder, particularly on a tuned engine, is pre-ignition or pre-detonation or engine knock. And this occurs when the cylinder temperature gets so high that the atomized air and fuel mixture being drawn into the cylinder actually ignites as it hits the hot surface of either the cylinder wall or the piston itself before the spark plug initializes the flame front for the combustion cycle. So as you can imagine, an explosion happening in a compressed area as the piston's on its way up is like essentially whacking the piston with a hammer, which is causing extra stress on your com rods. And the higher the temperature, we can obviously melt the pistons, piston rings, and yeah, just yeet that conrod out the side of the block. So as I said, methanol injection can be used for two main reasons, cooling or power. By using it for power, because methanol is flammable, what we're actually doing is raising the octane rating of the fuel. So what we call it is we're increasing the lower heating value of the fuel. A methanol mixture will do this by approximately 22%. So what this allows us to do is to further advance timing. More timing, more boost equals more power. So the methanol injection kit on this car is the AEM V3 kit. So we've got a pump in the boot area, a tank in the boot area, and that feeds methanol through to the engine bay through an injection nozzle, which is controlled by the AEM V3 controller. There's two knobs on it. They are the set point for injection and the end point for injection, and that is measured via boost pressure by tapping into the intake manifold. So there you go. So there's methanol injection. If you are going to fit this to your car, I do recommend you have it mapped into the car. You can actually take away power if you just chuck this kit on without it being mapped in. However, if you are going to use this methanol injection for power, then your vehicle is going to become what we call meth dependent. So you can't drive in boost without methanol. So make sure you keep your tank topped up. Anyway, that's enough on methanol injection. Let's see the results on Charlie's car. methanol all mixed, 80-20, and even some spare. Then we've just got injectors to fit as soon as this M140i is finished on the dyno.
That's more important than impressive. Yeah, record that.
What power did it hit?
450?
450?
Yeah, I know it's not impressive like that, but okay, it's still, you love BMs.
Yeah. I do. Okay, first things first, before fitting the injectors, we have just fitted a drilled out feed. So if you look at one we took off, which is tiny, then we've got this drilled out to 4mm for his MPI feed. The difference in the holes, if you can see that, mega difference. That is why if you fit these before loading software, it'll flood your engine. There we go.
4 980cc injectors.
Back together. Charlie getting stuck in with his car. Make a mechanic of him yet. Ejectors done. there we go, another successful day at Unicorn. So Charlie's car actually made, so previously it was 528 brake horsepower. Now we've added meth, it actually hit 572 brake horsepower, but because it's on a stock engine, Rick pulled it back to 551 brake horsepower. So yeah, result with the methanol. So we will have a video coming up of the car, how it drives, and some nice aerial shots and whatnot. So yeah, as always, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, helps me massively, and we'll see you in the next one.